Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. Today we are talking October manicures. So I went and decided to challenge myself for the month of October. I normally, for Halloween, I usually will maybe wear a manicure, a Halloween themed manicure the day of Halloween. But for the most part, for the last couple years, I don't really do any I've just never been really excited about Halloween as most people are. So I wanted to challenge myself this year, and because I have a whole bunch of Halloween stamping plates that I've purchased over the last year, and I've gotten a lot of not Halloween specific polishes per se, but polishes I feel like would be appropriate for Halloween. So I wanted to challenge myself this year and do an entire some of these might not be Halloween-y, but for the most part I tried to do as many Halloween manicures this month as I could, and I think I did pretty well. I had a really good month of manicures, and now I struggle with that because I really enjoyed the Halloween manicures that I did, but at the same time I've noticed now that we're into December, I didn't get a chance to wear. I just sat down yesterday, or not sat down, but I went ahead and redid all of my, I redid my polish rack yesterday. I don't know what came over me. I just decided I wanted to redo my polish rack. So I was doing that yesterday, and because once it gets in December, it's not technically winter yet, but I feel like once December hits, I want to wear not necessarily wintry polishes, but I want to wear more holiday, Christmassy type polishes. And so that's why I rearranged my polishes, because a lot of those I had pushed back and I had more of my fall polishes pushed forward. If you don't understand my polish rack, if you've never seen it, I'll link a video up here, or here. I think the cards are here. I'll link a video showing you my polish rack. Basically, my polish rack, I've got maybe 4 or 5 shelves, and I have too much polish to have everything kind of in the front. So I periodically, every season, will kind of rearrange my polishes. So I've got, similar to how some people do those seasonal polish racks. So what I do every couple months when the season changes is I just kind of move my polishes around. So I've got seasonal polishes out front, and I push some of the more not seasonally appropriate polishes to the back of the shelves, so that way I can kind of see. I'm very visual, so I need to be able to see the polishes. So I did that yesterday, and I noticed that I just did not get a chance to wear many fall polishes, because since I did this Halloween themed month for October, that really only left me with the couple of polishes I wore in September, and then the couple weeks here of November that you'll see here shortly. And I just did not get a chance to wear a lot of these polishes, of my fall polishes. So I'm a little sad that I didn't get to pull out a lot of fall polishes this year. I feel like that happens to me every fall though. I just feel like fall is such a short period of time here in the South that I don't get enough fall polishes, which makes me so sad because I have so many and I just never get around to wearing them all. I do, I feel like some fall polishes you can kind of wear throughout the year, but some are strictly fall. So that made me a little sad, but that was a long intro to talk about October, but here we are. I do apologize. I just literally woke up from a power nap. It's Sunday, so I've been doing all of my, usual chores, and I decided I needed a power nap before I filmed this video. So I'm looking a little, whatever. I'm looking a little whatever, so that's what we're gonna go with. So let's go ahead and talk. I didn't realize it was a really long month. I've pulled out, there was 5 weeks of, 5 weeks in October, so we've got 5 weeks of nail polish to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump in because this is probably gonna be long. So first step is not necessarily a Halloween polish. You will see probably 1 or 2 polishes in here that were not really, I didn't hold myself strictly to Halloween polishes. I kind of wore what I wanted to wear, but for the most part, most of these are Halloween inspired, but there's 1 or 2 in here that were not. So this is one of those. This one is part of the 3, I bought 3 picture polishes a little bit earlier that month. I think this was, I think I had just gotten them in the day before, so I decided I wanted to wear them. And this is the first one that I went with, and this was the one I was probably most excited about. This one is Cactus. Cactus came out, I think it came out in one of the more recent editions, not recent editions, one of the more recent collections from Picture Polish. And as I've mentioned in other videos, Picture Polish to me is just a little bit expensive, so I don't rush out and buy the collections as soon as they come out. I usually have to wait a little while until I see a sale. I can't bring myself to spend $15 on a picture polish. So somebody was cat fight. Poor Rabies just gets beat up, I swear. I got, you know, I shouldn't say I got, but I swear, like, you know, I got Linus so that Poe and Linus could play together and leave Rabies alone, and from time to time, they just get so riled up that they'll go, like in the middle of their play fighting, like they get so riled up that they go and bother Rabies, and that just is what happened, is Linus was basically stalking her and she got pissed off and yelled at him, so she's now hiding under the bed, so maybe she'll come up and say hi. So anywho, Cactus. So this is a really pretty, just like, it's a little bit of a lighter, I don't think you can see them, they're over here being dumb. So Cactus is kind of a little bit of a lighter cactus green. Why is my focus not working? There we go. So it's a really pretty, just kind of like muted, kind of like mossy green. Definitely not as dark as, like, if you've seen Picture Polish Mossy, it's definitely not as dark as that. It's a very nice kind of like chic neutral green shade, like almost like a not a navy, almost like a, what's not hunter, army green, army. That's the military word I was looking for. It's kind of an army green. I think these are really nice kind of nude, interesting nude shades to wear. So this one does have a, is it scattered? Yes. This one has a scattered holographic in it. So really enjoyed this, really enjoyed the formula. I love picture polishes. I just really glad I got to add this one to my collection. So that again is Cactus. And then first up for the Halloween polishes is the one that I was most excited about during the Picture Polish, not the Picture Polish, the Polish Pickup in September. And for September, the theme was, they did 2 spooky themes. I think September was horror movies, and I want to say October was villains. So this was from September, and this is the Colors de Carol contribution to the Polish Pickup, and this is a thermal, and it's called Don't Look Behind You. Don't recall what the movie was that it was based off of, but Colors de Carol has been killing it with her thermals. I have been loving her thermal combinations. The formulas have been awesome. The color combinations have been really interesting. They transition really well. I've been thoroughly enjoying her her thermals. I've picked up, you'll see another one here shortly, and I just picked up 2 more from her like whatever Christmas collection that just came out. So I am loving her. I wish she wasn't doing such good ones, because like I've said, I've got too many thermals to begin with, but I couldn't pass this one up. I thought it was way too pretty. So this one's gonna look a little boring here in the video, but it's basically it's a black, nothing really exciting, you know, just your basic black, but where this really shines is it does have a bunch of different glitter pieces in here. It's scattered, I would say scattered, well, there's probably some scattered in there, but it's a lot of like multi-chrome pieces in there. They're shifting from like blue to green. So they're hard to kind of see here on this darker base. You can kind of see them a little bit there. So when it's in its cold state, it's not really super exciting. It's just your basic black with some stuff in it. But where this really shines is when it starts to change to its warm state, and when it's like mid-transition, because it changes to a clear polish. And I don't know what it is about, something about this polish is just magical. You have clear, you know, it's clear when it's warm, so all you see on your nail is those beautiful glitters, and just at the tip of your nail, if you've got enough visible nail line, you get that little bit of black. It just looks so beautiful. For somebody like me who doesn't wear a lot of black, for me black can be a little overpowering. For me, since I'm a little pale, I feel like sometimes if I wear black, it gets a little gothy, and I just don't think it looks nice for me. So something like this, where it's not all the way black, you get that black effect, but just in like certain instances, I thought just looked amazing. The glitters on this were so gorgeous. I loved this so much. My only gripe was that I wore it on a kind of chilly day, so for most of the day, it was basically black, which made me a little bit sad, but I thought this looked so amazing. I loved it so much. So that again is Don't Look Behind You from Colors de Carol. Next up, I've picked up quite a few tonic polishes in the last couple months, and I'm not mad about it, but you're gonna see a lot of tonic polishes here. So this one, I don't know, I'm not a red wearer, but for some reason this one, I saw a swatch of it and it just like, I just had to get it. So this one is called Death Proof, and it is just a metallic red. It's got a little bit of a, you know, that red flash shimmer that's in there, and it just looks very metallic on the nail. I don't know what's going on with my autofocus. I changed some of my camera settings, and I'm don't know if I'm loving them. I might go back if this autofocus doesn't fix up. But anyway, so yeah, this ends up looking, it's a flash, but the flash is so, you don't really see too much shimmer in there. It just comes up as kind of a metallic. So I thought this was gorgeous. I did a reverse, did I do a reverse stamp? I did a stamp of a cat, of like a black cat, which I thought was cute. And I just thought it looked really, really nice. I think it was a reverse stamp because I'm still kind of practicing my reverse stamping. So really loved this one. The metallic red I thought just looked really, really cute for Halloween. It's just very like gory and horror movie-esque. So really, really enjoyed that one. And I haven't heard many people talk about this one. I think it's relatively new. I think it's come out in the last year or so, but I really, really enjoyed this one. So that again is Death Proof from Tonic Polish. Next up is another kind of non-Halloween polish that I decided to throw in. I had picked up a couple, I think I picked this one up alongside the Facets collection polishes that I picked up. So I kind of added, I think I did the Facets, picked up a couple from the Facets collection, and I picked up one or two other ones while I was on the website. And this one has been out, this is a not a re-promote, but they brought this one back. And this one's called Acid Wash. And it's kind of your like crelly white. It's slightly off-white. It's kind of a little bit gray to me. And it's got these blue flakies in there that make it look kind of like, obviously, acid wash. So it makes it look kind of like a acid wash denim jean kind of look, I guess. I don't know if I really get that, but I think that's what they were trying to go for. But yeah, it's got these really pretty blue flakies in there. I didn't love this as much as I thought I was going to. I just, the formula on it was a little thick for my liking. And I feel like there's so many, I feel like the flakies in here, there's too many and they're so tiny that I feel like they just got lost a little bit. So I don't know if I loved this one. Now, granted, I did wear this at a time of year that's not really seasonally, I wouldn't usually wear this at this time of year. For me, this might be more of like a wintry slash maybe into spring type polish, so I might pull this out again and see if I end up liking it a little bit more, because at first, you know, at first mani I wasn't like super crazy about it. So that again is Acid Washed from Cirque Colors. And then next up is the last polish for that week, and this one I picked up during the Hella Handmade Creations for the month of August. I've been kind of like, I don't go on there as much as I do the polish. I haven't bought as many from that collaborative as I do from the polish pickup, but I do bounce on there from time to time. They do have some interesting polishes. So this one, Quixotic, this is from Quixotic Polish. They're, so if you're not familiar with HHC, Hella Handmade Creations, they're similar to the polish pickup where they do, they have a bunch of indie makers come together once a month on a, and create a polish, special edition polish. So, but the difference between that and polish pickup is where polish pickup does a theme that everyone follows. Hella Handmade Creations, each maker has their own theme, and then they just continually create polishes in that theme. So they call it a fandom and not necessarily a theme. So I do tend to look for this one quite a bit because Quixotic Polish does a Parks and Recreation fandom, and I love Parks and Recreation. If I haven't raved about it enough on this channel, I love Parks and Recreation, and she does a Parks and Recreation themed polish every month for the Hella Handmade Creation, so I do tend to check there from time to time. So this one that they did for the month of August is called It Rubbed Off from Friction, which is hilarious if you watch that show. If you know the part in the show where they're talking about It Rubbed Off from Friction, let me know down below, because no, I love talking Parks and Recreation with people. So yeah, so this is a beautiful, this gives me like Cinderella vibes from China Glaze. So it's that like taupey grayish purple color. But rather from, I have Cinderella, but I haven't worn it yet, but to me, I feel like the flash is slightly different. This one in the Quixotic is more of like a, there's a couple like, are there flakies in here? No, there's just some larger shimmers. They might be, well, they don't look like flakies. But yeah, so the difference I feel like is the flash. I feel like the one in Cinderella is more of like a metallic, whereas this one is kind of more of a shimmer flash. So but they do have similar vibes. So it's a shame that this one's not going to be available for folks to grab in place of Cinderella, but this one's really, really pretty. If you haven't heard of Quixotic Polish, I would definitely recommend them. They're one of my favorite indie makers. So that one again is It Rubbed Off from Friction. I didn't do a stamp on that. Okay. All right, next up is another polish that I picked up in the polish pickup for September. This one is from Dollish Polish, and it is called He Who Walks Behind the Rose. And this is an interesting one. I wasn't, it's not a polish I feel like I would wear a lot, but I felt like it was really unique. And I feel like somebody said it's similar to another polish that somebody made, and so everybody kind of went crazy for this polish, I feel like, in September, just because it's similar to another polish. I can't for the life of me think of what it is. If you remember what it is, let me know. But yeah, there was another indie maker who made a polish that looked kind of like this. It might have been Dollish Polish, but I don't think it was. But anyway, people went crazy because that polish isn't available anymore, and this one was pretty similar. So this one is a, it's an interesting, I don't know why I've been holding the bottle like that lately. It's stupid. So this one is a really interesting kind of like metallic-y pumpkin-y orange color, and if you can see in there, it's got a bunch of flakies, of like multi-chrome flakies. And what else does it have? I think it mostly just has the flakies that you see. There's a smaller like micro shimmer that kind of runs through. There's also kind of a shimmer that runs through it as well, but I think the flakies are what you get the most on the nail. And they do kind of blend in a little bit, so I hope you guys can kind of see them there in the bottle. But I thought this was a really interesting orange to pick up. I thought it would be really nice for the fall time and for Halloween. I didn't love it on first manicure. It just, I don't know. It was a little thin for my liking. It took 3 coats to be opaque, and I don't know. I just didn't, I wasn't super crazy about it. It's been a little while since I wore it, so I don't even know. Yeah, it just wasn't, the formula, and it did also chip on me relatively easily, so the formula on it, it was a little lacking for me, but it's still a pretty polish. I just really wanted those flakies to stand out just a tad bit more, but it's still a really interesting polish to add to my collection. It's very unique. I attempted to do some pumpkins on this with this manicure. I did a double stamp on it, and I don't know, it got a little, I wouldn't say it got messy, it's just my nails are so tiny that sometimes like those images where there's so much going on, I feel like they can tend to get a little bit lost on my nail just because my nails aren't super wide. So I don't know if you can necessarily tell from the swatch that it was a bunch of like pumpkins with like angry faces on them, but yeah, I'm still playing with, I like to play with my stamps, but I feel like some stamps are more suitable for my nails rather than other ones. So, but this one I really liked. I just was kind of wanting it to be I wanted it to be a little bit more exciting than it actually was. So that again is He Who Walks Behind the Rose by Dollish Polish. And then next up is another Cirque Colors that I picked up in that Fastest collection haul. I decided, I had seen it on the website a few times, and I kind of just was, I always like it, but it just never, I never pulled the trigger on it. And I think, I want to say Kendra got this not too long ago, and I think she posted a swatch of it, and I was finally like, all right, if she got it, I'll go ahead and grab it. So this one's called Ambrosia, and Ambrosia is a really dark, it's gonna look black, I feel like, on the video here, but it's this really kind of just like dark red, kind of like almost an oxblood red, and then it's got that beautiful linear hollow that you can kind of see there. It's really, really pretty. I unfortunately, the base on it's a little dark, so that linear hollow just doesn't stand out as much on the nail as I would have liked it, but when it did hit sunlight and you saw that linear hollow, it was really, really pretty. I just wish it would stand out a little bit more on that base, because you guys, really? I don't think, what are you guys doing? Why can't you leave her alone? Why are we causing problems? Don't roll over like a dum-dum. Can I finish my video now? Or are you gonna be a butt face? Okay, I'm gonna try and finish my video now, okay? Okay, cool. So yeah, it just, without that linear hollow, all you see is, you know, the oxblood red, which is fine, but I have other oxblood reds, so, you know, I don't want to have like 35 of them in my collection when, you know, the uniqueness of this polish is the linear hollow, and if you can't see it all the time, it kind of drives me a little bonkers, but it's still pretty. I feel like I'll probably keep it around give it another shot before I decide what to do with it. So that again is Ambrosia from Cirque Colors. And then next up is another one of my Tonic Haul polishes that I've gotten recently. This one is called Toxic. This polish, you guys, is insane. I loved this polish so much. So this one is a beautiful royal purple with a sprinkling of scattered holographic, which I hope you can kind of see there. And it does have a slight pink flash to it. Oh my gosh, this on the nail, it looks a little, I mean, it's pretty in the bottle, but on the nail, like that flash just glows and you get that little sparkly, those little bits of sparkly, like the sparkle, it's not crazy scattered hollow, but you just get like those little pieces and they just look so, so, so pretty, like a galaxy, like a purple galaxy, which doesn't make sense. And I say that for a lot of polishes, but this one, I think just that royal purple color, I think just, oh my God, it was so pretty. And I did end up doing I did another attempt at a reverse stamp. I did some Ghost, which I thought turned out pretty good. Still working on my reverse stamping, but reverse stamping is a lot of work. I don't know if any of you guys do it, but oh my gosh, like it takes a lot of work. I think you'll notice in this swatch that I only did one finger because it is a lot of work to like sit there, stamp it, paint in the color, and then have to wait for it to dry. And then that's just one hand, or you know, one nail. Then you got to do it all over again. Man, those people that do reverse stamping on every single one of their nails, I give you a high five because I don't know how you do it. I did one nail and I was like, okay, we're done. I don't even think I did the other hand. I think I legit just did one finger on my swatch hand because I couldn't, I barely have enough time to do nail art. So I was just like, ooh, I'm not doing more than one hand on this. Now I did learn, which you'll see here in a minute, that if you use two stampers at the same time, you can let them both dry and then you can do two fingers a lot faster. So that's my little bit of a trick to make it go a little bit quicker, but I still will never do all my fingers. I don't have time to do all that. But this one I really, really enjoyed. Toxic. I'm needing to hurry now because I'm noticing my light's going down. Okay, next up is a new brand for me. This one is called Anchor and Heart. I've seen this one pop up like every once in a while, but I haven't followed it very closely. Jody's Polish posted some swatches of this most recent collection, which I can't remember what it's called, but it was based off of music from Bon Iver. And she posted some swatches, and I believe all of them in this collection were thermals. So again, once I see a thermal, I'm like, ooh, more thermals. So this one is called Come On Skinny Love, and it is a pink thermal. So it is this really nice kind of like medium, like slightly like warmish purple kind of, it's got a little bit of like a purple feel. But yeah, it's this warm pink. And then it's got some glitters in there, which I'm hoping you might be able to see. Let's see here. There's definitely flakies. There's some like shifting flakies. There is some blue glitters. I think that's it. I think there might be some like holographic pieces in there as well, but let me see. You can kind of see there. So yeah, so this is what it looks like in its cold state, and in its warm state, it shifts over to this like lighter kind of, not baby pink, but this like lighter kind of nude looking, this like nuder looking pink. Oh, something about that shift. And I don't have a whole lot of pink thermals. So, and again, the addition of the glitters. So when the glitters stand out really well on that lighter pink color, oh, something about that I thought just looked really, really pretty. Now, this isn't necessarily a Halloween polish, but I knew as soon as I got this order in that I wanted to wear this polish very badly. So I attempted to make it as Halloween-y as I could. So I did do a kind of like sugar skull type stamp over it. So I did like a couple bones and I think like a little like sugar kitten skull, I think, on two of my accent nails. So I tried to make it as Halloween-y as I could, but I really like this polish. Really enjoyed this from Anchor and Heart. So definitely a great introduction to this brand. I do have one other thermal that she's released in a more recent collection that I have yet to swatch or wear. But I'm really excited to I'm glad Jody introduced me to this brand because I really, really enjoyed this. I thought the thermal was really nice. So I do plan on keeping more up to date with this brand because I really, really liked her stuff. So that again is Come On Skinny Love from Anchor and Heart. And then last up from that week is another new brand that I got a chance to try. This is from Rogue Lacquer, and Rogue Lacquer released this really pretty like 4-piece collection of Roads of Arizona, something like that, I believe. And it was a 4-piece collection, and she just released 4 more within the last like week or two. Like 4 additional colors to the same, I think it's like part 2 of the collection. So I picked up all 4 of them. I held out, I was trying to hold out because I just bought a whole bunch of polish in October, and I wasn't gonna buy these, but then Kendra bought them and she was really loving them. So I ended up caving and buying the first set, the first 4-piece set. I haven't bought the 2nd-piece set. But yeah, so this one, the first one that I've tried, I think it's the only one I've tried so far. This one is called Desert at Dusk, and it's this really pretty, I don't know why I keep holding the bottle like that. It's this really pretty kind of like dusty denim blue, but what really sold me on this collection, and I think what's probably sold a lot of people, is those copper flakies that are in there. Oh my God. They're so pretty on that base. Oh, so pretty. And it does have that little bit of a shimmer flash that you see there, but it's basically those bigger copper flakies are what sold me. Beautiful polish. Really enjoyed this formula on it. Definitely excited to try more from her. If you got the second part of this like Rogue, I want to say it's Arizona collection. If it's not, I'll annotate it. But if you got the second part to this set, let me know. I haven't really been investigating because I've been trying to be good lately and not buy a whole bunch of polish, to be honest. I didn't buy any during Black Friday, shocker, because we were out of town and I was trying to be good. So I didn't buy any on Black Friday, and I've only bought, oh my God, my memory card just died, which means we've been talking for a long time and I still have like 3 weeks left of polish to talk about. So yeah, moral of the story, I didn't buy anything for Black Friday. I've been trying to rein in my shopping a little bit. So I really haven't been purchasing that much. I feel like I've been trying, I'm not on a no buy per se, but I've really been trying to just like not buy every single polish I see, just really like stop and think like, do you have something similar? Really? Do you have to do that right now? Hey. Do your cats ever, I've got toys all over my house of cat toys, but like the loud cat toys, he never plays with this toy, but he wants to play with it. He started playing with it last night at like midnight, and now he wants to play with it. It seems like he never wants to play with it until it's really like inappropriate. Okay, so next up is another classic kind of Halloween shade for me that I wear. I've worn the last couple years, and this is Rothko Red from Cirque Colors. Now, Rothko Red is another thermal, shocker. This one is an oxblood. It's a very dark oxblood, which you can see here in the bottle, but it shifts to like this brighter, it's like brighter, not cherry red, but just like a brighter kind of like winey red color. It's really, really pretty. It's one of my favorite thermals in my collection. I think it's just an interesting transitional color combination. Now, I had seen a couple people, especially with that Coloristic Carol one that I was talking about earlier, I saw a couple people that have been doing this kind of like hidden stamp look, which basically is like you wear like a thermal polish and you wear a stamp that's in a similar color. So when it's in its cold state, you don't necessarily see it until it warms up and then you see the stamp. So I attempted to do that with this one, but unfortunately the base is so dark. Oh my God. But unfortunately the base on it is so dark that you barely, I don't even think you can see it from the swatch. I tried all day to try to get the swatch photo to show it, but it didn't show up very well. And I don't even remember what it was at this point. So kind of a little bit of a stamping fail, but I do really love this polish. It's one of my favorites. So that again is Rothko Red from Cirque Colors. Next up is another new one that I got during the month of October that I just had to wear. I saw a swatch of it on Instagram and I just loved it. I thought it looked really pretty. So this one is from Different Dimensions and it's called Which Better Have My Candy. And this is a magnetic polish and it's a kind of like rusty orangey pumpkin color with that gorgeous linear hollow that you see here. This is also a metallic, not a metallic, excuse me, a magnetic. This is also a magnetic polish. So from the swatch photos that I saw, the magnetic kind of pulls that orange shimmer flash that you can see there. I didn't have enough time to do that for the swatch, so the swatch that you'll see here is just of the polish itself. I didn't do any magnetic or anything like that, but I thought this was really pretty. I definitely, I was slightly disappointed because I was hoping I was going to get a little bit closer to the color of the swatch photo that I saw, but I think it's just because I didn't do the magnetic. I think the darker orange flash that you see there just got a little hidden. because I didn't do the magnet, so I think that was just my fault. I just ran out of time, but it's really pretty. It's just a little bit of a lighter orange linear hollow when you wear it, and not necessarily the darker, richer orange color that I saw from the swatch. So I will definitely wear this, probably not anytime soon, but I'll definitely wear this and try the magnetic again. I'm very on the fence with magnets. I just feel like they're a whole lot of work for not a whole lot of payoff to me. I don't know. For somebody that needs to do their manis in a really short period of time, sometimes the magnets just, I feel like they take a lot of work. All right, so anyway, moving along. This one is one of my favorites from the Night Owl Lacquer Parks and Recreation collection. I love this one so much. This is called Whole Ass One Thing, and this is a beautiful like olivey, and this again is a thermal. I feel like I didn't mean to wear a whole bunch of thermals this month, but I have just been wearing the hell out of thermals because I feel like people have been releasing a whole bunch of thermals and I've just been buying them and buying them. So I do apologize that this month was a little thermal heavy, but I don't know why, like, people are going crazy for thermal polishes right now. So this one is this beautiful kind of like olivey green color, gorgeous red flash. That is what sold me on this polish. It's beautiful. This shifts to a gold when it is warm. And I just think the red, when it's mid-transition and you've got that beautiful red shimmer, and there are some flakies in there that you can see. Oh my god, it glows off the nail. It was so pretty and so unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and olive greens to me are kind of like, greens in general I'm always kind of iffy on. I like some and I don't for some, so I was really pleasantly surprised that I liked this polish so much. So that again is Whole Ass One Thing. And then this one is one that I've been wanting to get on my nails for a long time. I've been talking about it. I recently talked about it in my fall picks for my fall picks video. This is from Pahlish, and this is called Kyary. And now unfortunately Kyary I don't think is available anymore, which makes me sad, because it's just really interesting. It looks in the bottle like a red, and that's why I purchased it initially, is I thought it was like this garnety red color, but in reality, and you can kind of see a little bit here, it's this really interesting like it's got a little bit of like a purpley like winey color to it. So it's definitely not the polish I thought I was gonna get when I opened the bottle, but I was pleasantly surprised when I swatched it because it's really pretty. So yeah, it's just got this little bit of a purple tinge to it. It does have that little bit of a flash as well as a scattered hollow in it. Oh, it was just really pretty. Thoroughly enjoyed it on my nails as well. So sad that people can't get their hands on this. Hopefully maybe Pahlish will bring it back because it is really pretty. So Kyary from Pahlish. And then last up is another tonic. And this one, I think she released a bunch of like Halloween. I think this was right around when she released her Halloween themed collection, because I picked up quite a few. I had to like stalk the website because I think she sold out on them in like a couple, she sold out pretty quickly. So I grabbed quite a few. So this one is Fear the Reaper. This was probably the one that I was most excited about. And Fear the Reaper is this kind of like pale, dusty, like a dusty gray, but it's got this beautiful blue, like electric blue flash, and it is so apparent on the nail. It is gorgeous. I love this so much. It's just like, it's got a little bit of like purple tinge to it, so you can kind of see it on the sides there, but oh, it was just so pretty. I love this one so much. Oh gosh. So that one again is Fear the Reaper. Don't Fear the Reaper, excuse me. Don't fear the Reaper. All right, so next week is another one of the tonics that I picked up from that Halloween collection. This one is called River. River I wasn't gonna buy because I have a whole bunch of thermals, let's be honest, but I couldn't say no. Again, it was just a really interesting color combination. So you've got this really pretty kind of royal purple when it's cold. It's got that gorgeous shimmer flash in there, and it shifts to a like pale, kind of pale like dusty sky blue color. And it was just gorgeous. It just, that flash when it hits the blue is just beautiful. I love this one a lot. I'm so glad I ended up getting it because I thought it was really unique. And I know a lot of people, I think, out there were able to get their hands on this. If hopefully, I think everyone was able to get their hands on it that I saw, but it is really pretty. I don't know if she's gonna end up re-releasing these guys or not, but whew, she did some really nice ones for Halloween. So Okay, another one that I picked up during some Halloween sales is this one from Pahlish. Now this one just popped up on my, I wasn't really following any of like the Halloween collection releases from Pahlish like really closely, but somebody popped up a swatch of this and I just really, something about it just drew me in, so I decided to grab it. This one's called Peaches and Scream, and this one, it's this really just like pumpkin-y orange, kind of similar to the ones I've been showing you, but it's got this really pretty pink flash that you can see there. It's also got some larger flakies, some like multi-chrome flakies in there. Really pretty. I think the pink is, I think, what sold me, because you can kind of, because in the, you know, without that flash, it just looks kind of like your basic kind of pumpkin-y orange, but something about that flash just kind of gives it a little bit something extra. It just makes it kind of glow a little bit more off the nail. Me and Kendra ended up both picking up a bottle of this, and we wore this as kind of twin manicures that day, and we attempted to do some spiderweb manicure stamps with it. So that's kind of what you can see here. My spiderweb didn't end up looking more spiderwebby. It just looked more like abstract, but anyway. But this one was really pretty. Glad I was able to get this one. So Peaches and Scream from Pahlish. And then another one that I talked about in my fall picks that I was really excited about wearing. This is from Noodles Nail Polish. It's called Fireside Coco. It's a really pretty crelly mix. Very like fall Halloween appropriate. It's got some orange metallic glitter, black, brown. I think there might be some yeah, black, brown, orange, yeah, gold I think there's in there as well. So really pretty. This was my first Noodles nail polish, so great introduction to the brand. I did do a reverse stamp of a little mummy kitten, which I thought turned out so well. I was really happy about that. I saw somebody else do that mummy kitten because they had the same stamping plate that I had, and I was like, ooh, I feel like I could probably do that. So again, I only did it on one nail because I don't have the time to be doing all of my nails, but thought it turned out really well. Really nice formula on these Crellies from Noodles Nail Polish. Really nice. So that again is Fireside Coco. Next up is a, I don't know what collection this came out in, but I feel like it was recent from Polish for Days. This one's called Siren, and oh, I don't know what about this polish. Oh, but it is gorgeous. It's this beautiful, it's a royal purple again, but what it gets a little bit, that royal purple color gets a little bit hidden because what really stands out is this electric blue flash that's in there. Oh, this just glows off the nail. It is so pretty. It's got a gorgeous scattered hollow in it as well. But what you really get is that blue flash. So, oh, I thought this was amazingly pretty. I ended up painting my nails and staying home sick from work the next day and just basically like stared at my nails all day because that flash just, oh, it's so gorgeous when you hit it in the right lighting and you see that purple and that blue. Ooh, hoo, hoo, so pretty. All right. And then day after that, I wore this polish. This came out in the For Love Polish box. I don't remember what month it was, and it doesn't say it here. But it was the month that did planetary. It was a planets theme, so I want to say it was probably May. And this one's called Dark Side of the Moon. I thought this would be an interesting Halloween polish. I don't usually like, I'm not usually into these kind of polishes, but I ended up picking up the box that month anyway. But this is basically a black base with a whole bunch of multi-chrome flakies in there that shift from, you're mostly seeing the green here in the camera, but there's also, they also shift to pink and to blue. So, oh, I wish I could pick it up here in the video, but all you're seeing is that green. But yeah, it just shifts from a whole bunch of different like blue and green colors. But yeah, I guess that kind of talks to this polish. So while you can see in the bottle that it shifts from like blue to purple, you really only get that green, as you can see here from the swatch. So I wasn't crazy about this. These types of colors are not usually my jam. I don't know why, just black. I'm always iffy on black polishes. So this one, and especially since it didn't really have anything other than like green going on, it did knock my socks off. So this one's probably gonna end up getting destashed. So that again is Dark Side of the Moon from Pahlish. And then last up for that week is the, I feel like, is this the only other, I don't know if I have any other polish pickups from October that I'm missing. Oh no, I was September. Hey, can you not eat my plant, please? Why are you guys being so extra today? Oh my God. Hey. Can you not do that, please? So the last couple polish pickups that we've been talking about have been from September. So this must have been right when I got in the October polish pickup package. So the polish pickup for October, like I mentioned, was Villains. And I think I picked up two or three from that polish pickup. But this is the first one that I wanted to wear. And this is from Colors by Laro. And this is called Fake Tan Man. Fake Tan Man. So Fake Tan Man is usually not a polish that I would gravitate towards. It's a topper, and toppers just aren't really my thing. But first off, I couldn't pass up Fake Tan Man. I mean, Jesus Christ. Couldn't pass that up, and it's this really pretty, that's what it doesn't look like this on the nail per se. It just really gives this like, oh man, it's so hard to describe what it shows. So I wore this over Zoya's Coco, which is kind of this like darker, rosier, like pink color. So I wore it over that, and this just does, it's got some flakies in there that you can kind of see. So you just get this little showering of the flakies in this kind of like orangey color. So of this orangey like shimmer. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to play with this over different polishes. If you pick this up in the polish pickup and you've worn it, let me know what polishes you've worn it over, because I really think this is gonna like liven up a lot of polishes for me. So I'm really excited to kind of mess with this. I liked it over Coco. I didn't love it. I think it's just the color combination. It looked okay. It just wasn't like, I wasn't wowed by it. So I'm really interested to kind of play with this and see what colors it will look really cool over. It could look cool. Like a green might be cool. I don't know, kind of, oh, so I think somebody may have worn this over a purple, which I think looked kind of cool. So yeah, I think this has a whole lot of interesting possibilities. So really excited to try that over some other stuff. That's Fake Tan Man. And then the last week that we have is Halloween. So this particular polish I was not going to get because it's really similar to that Don't Look Behind You from Colors de Carol, but I saw a lot of people posting swatches of it and they were raving about it, and I just could not say no. So I ended up picking that up. Again, it's from Colors de Carol. This one is called Draculas Fangs, and it's slightly similar. I don't know how, so yeah, I guess you can kind of tell. So again, it's a black polish. The difference with this is it shifts to this really, as you can see there, it's got black flakies, it's got black glitters, and it shifts to this like really interesting like translucent black color. So it was so unique, and I'm glad I ended up getting it because it looks a lot, it doesn't look as similar to Don't Look Behind You as I thought it was going to. So I'm really glad I ended up picking it up, and I ended up doing that hidden stamp that I had tried to do with Rothko Red, and I thought that turned out so well on this polish because you could definitely see it. So I did like a little like pumpkin, like jack-o'-lantern face, and I think I did some bats. So yeah, so like in the black, when it was in black, in the cold state, when it was black, you couldn't see the stamp, but then when it warmed up and it got a little bit lighter of a black color, you could definitely see the stamp, which I thought looked really cool. And again, that combination of just like that very little bit of dark black and it transitions over into that lighter black. Oh, it just looked so pretty. So I'm really glad I picked this up again. So Draculas Fangs from Colors de Carol. And then this guy is a classic orangey pumpkin shade. I wore this last year. This one is called Oh My Gourd from KB Shimmer. It's this beautiful kind of a little bit more of a brownie like pumpkin-y shade. Reminds me of baby food. It's really pretty. I did a very kind of just autumn. It was kind of Halloween-y. I did pumpkins, but I thought it looked more like fall, like more sophisticated Halloween, because it was pumpkin-y, but it was more like autumn-y fall feeling to me. So I had to wear this guy. It was getting close again to fall time, or it was getting further along in the fall season, and I noticed I had a bunch of fall polishes I hadn't worn yet, so I knew I wanted to try and get this one in. I love this polish. It's a beautiful formula. It's a really interesting orange. Love it a lot. So Oh My Gourd from KB Shimmer. And then the one that I wore on Halloween was a little bit of a dud for me. This one is China Glaze's Bite Me. I got this, I believe Kendra sent me her bottle of this like a little bit earlier this year. And I did wear this over, I didn't love it when I first swatched it by itself, so I did wear this over a Zoya, but I can't remember what Zoya it was. Either like Brigitte or is this Rue or something. It definitely wasn't Rue. It might have been Brigitte. But yeah, I wore this over, like a similar kind of like light pink base that you can kind of see there. Sorry, my light's starting to go a little bit. So it's this very like light pink base, and then what really makes it look kind of fleshy and bloody is those those red metallic pieces. So I knew the base on this was a little thin, so I wanted to wear the base color underneath of it. And I think if I had stopped and done just 2 coats of this, I think it would have looked a little bit better. But unfortunately, I went a step further and did 3 coats. So at 3 coats, I felt like there was just too many metallic glitters on there, and I just felt like it got a little messy, and it got a little bit too busy on the nail. So I didn't feel like it came across as like fleshy and bloody as I wanted it to be, I guess. So I definitely liked it. It looked okay. I wish it could have looked a little bit more gory than I wish it would have looked a little bit more gory to me. So lesson learned, I'll try that again next year. So it's a nice polish though. It's just very interesting. I think it's such a weird color. So that again is Bite Me from China Glaze. And then the last one that we're going to talk about, I think this actually, if I wore that on Halloween, this is technically November, but it's in the same week. So I kind of just want to talk about it and finish the week out. So this one is the other magnetic polish that I got from Tonic like forever ago. I got these probably like mid-spring, like May-ish. So this is the last one that I got, and this one's called Extravaganza. And Extravaganza, it looks a lot darker. I thought it was going to be a black color, but when I actually ended up wearing it from the swatch that you'll see here, it actually comes off, the base on it is like this chocolatey brown color. And then when you do the magnet it pulls this like aqua blue, which you can kind of see there. And then it also pulls this like pink color, which you can kind of catch. On the sides there a smidge. So yeah, so this ended up fitting, I ended up, you know, hashtagging this for Chocolate November Polish Talk on YouTube and on Instagram. She was doing a Chocolate November theme for November. She was trying to wear a bunch of brown polishes, and so when I put this on and realized it ended up being more of a brown color and not a dark black, I ended up hashtagging it, and she featured it in her Chocolate November. So I did like this. I thought it was pretty, but again, I'm still on the fence with magnetics. I'm not crazy about them. Like, I'd rather just wear, for the amount of work it is to like hold the magnet, and then like sometimes the magnet will show, like sometimes the magnet line will show up, sometimes it looks a little wonky. I mean, for all that work, I just feel like I'd rather just wear a multi-chrome. I don't know. I still don't know. I want to like them, but I'm just kind of like, every time I wear them, I'm just kind of like, so I don't know. So we'll see. But this was pretty. If you're into magnetics, I would definitely recommend this one. I thought it was interesting. I'm still kind of playing around with them. So that is October. I feel like this is going to be a long video, but I had to get through that. And I think next month's for November is going to be a little bit shorter. I didn't wear as many manicures just because we were out of town last week for Thanksgiving holiday, and I didn't wear any nail polish at all. When I travel, I don't wear any nail polish. So I think next video for November, I think is going to be fairly short, and then hopefully we can get caught up here eventually, even though I have a bunch of videos I still have to film to get back in order. So anyway, thanks for watching this, guys. I hope you guys had a nice Halloween manicure month. I know everyone gets really excited about Halloween. I know it's December now, so it's hard to talk about it, but I hope you guys had a nice Halloween themed nail polish that month, and hopefully you guys are moving forward. What are you guys thinking? It's now December. Are you into your winter polishes? Are you still holding on to your fall polishes? Let me know down below, because I want to wear fall polishes because I want to get through some of those ones I didn't get a chance to wear, but as soon as December hits, I just feel like fall polishes feel weird. I don't know. Is it me? Is it you? Do you do that? I don't know. So let me know down below what your thoughts are. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys next time.